still haven't figured out straight arm pull downs yet, straight arm pull downs, lat pairs, whatever you want to call it, we're not there yet, but in this video, we're gonna nail it down once and for all. And the reason why I'm whispering is gonna keep your attention, because I know right now you're close to the screen and I got your undivided attention. So let's learn how to do this exercise once and for all. Let's start. All right, guys, there's a reason why you're not feeling your back. 1, we're not getting the 4-range of motion. 2, triceps or traps, something else is taking over. And 3, we just have no clue how to do it, and that's completely fine. We're figuring it out right now. Number 1, I feel in my triceps. You're going to feel in your triceps, but it's when you feel in your triceps that matters. If you're feeling your triceps at the end of your set, that makes sense. If you're feeling your triceps the entire set, there's a reason why. Now, lat prayers, straight-arm pull-downs, whatever you want to call it, this exercise is doing exactly what the lats intend to do, which is shoulder extension. It's just taking this bone and pulling it all the way down. Not this bone. This bone is attached to this bone. The arm bone is connected to the forearm bone. It's not the forearm bone, but it's, you know what I'm saying. I want you guys to stop thinking about this part of your arm when we're doing straight arm pull downs. Your lats take this bone here and it pulls it down to the side and depresses it as well too. Now there's another muscle that helps with that too. Not primary, but like a secondary. It lends a little bit of help. It's almost like the guy that gives you the boost. The lat's like, hey man, I need a boost. And then the triceps come in like, hey, I got you. And it gives you a little boost. Either way, the triceps and the intercostal part of your chest helps with shoulder extension as well too. But it's not a primary mover. That's why a lot of times you guys mix up and feel your chest or your triceps when doing straight arm pull downs or even pullovers. You are going to feel it in your triceps or sometimes in your chest. Check this out. Come a little closer. Hey, come here. Thank you. So if you watch right now, I'm gonna lower the weight here and I'm just gonna kind of tap on it like this. Yeah, actually, you know what? Didn't want to, but I gotta take off my shirt. Detail on how this is supposed to work. Cue in the sexy music. I want you to look at my chest. Hey, see what happens when I just do this? I'm pulling. Again, we're putting our hands on top of here. I'm just gonna push the weight down. Now you can see, I have no choice but for my chest to move a bit. You can see a couple things moving. My lat, you see my lats moving a little bit, and my chest, and you see it moving right through. You see my chest is working. It's going to be included in this lift, but it's not a primary mover, it's a secondary. So a couple things we can do to make sure that we don't have our chest or our tricep taking over all the time. Number 1, it's gonna be how you place your hands and where your elbow is pointing. Here's some common mistakes. Regardless if you're using a easy bar, straight bar, or a cable, or some fancy attachment that allows you to get full activation on your lats without even thinking about it or even doing it yourself, it just does it for you. There's nothing like that happens, but regardless, most of the time we have this. The elbows are pointing down. Now, if you can see right now, I see this a lot. This is very common, a straight arm pull down, and the elbows are bent. Now, I'm gonna leave my hands like this. Now, if you come a little closer, you can probably see my triceps kind of shake a little bit. Are they shaking? They're shaking because I'm in a slightly flexed position. Now, if you think about it, when I'm doing tricep extensions, when I get all the way up to here, I get this nasty stretch, a great stretch. Nasty means good, right? Nasty stretch. And then we get the full extension, the tricep is shortened. If I unflex my arm a bit, there's gonna be a little bit of tension because the arm is supposed to be traveling up. My body thinks it's gonna be coming up, but I'm the one in control. So when we're doing this, and I have a bent arm like this, the triceps, even though I'm not doing anything, are just firing off. So what we wanna do to make sure it doesn't fire off is we want to bend this bar this way. We're gonna internally rotate. We're gonna internally rotate just enough so our elbows are pointing to the side. So if I get here like this, I'm going to bend the bar this way. Now, my triceps are still gonna be a little bit firing off as much. Let me show you what happens the difference. I go like this, triceps firing off. I go like this, they're firing off. There you go. So right away, I've taken my triceps out of the equation at first. Understand this. You are going to feel your triceps and you're going to feel your chest, but you should feel it at the end of your set. Why? Because the primary muscle that's being used, when that starts to exhaust, then our backup help comes in. Is like, yo, let me help you with this. Let me give you that boost over the fence. And that's basically what our chest and our triceps are. Just giving you a boost over the fence. There's different ways of seeing straight arm pull downs done. Here's one. We have these straight up like this and just down here, never going past shoulder height. We have the all the way down here, parallel to the floor and only coming to here. These are the ones that I want to just only focus on that stretch. We have this. And there's nothing wrong with this either. What is the best one? Well, I'm going to show you guys why I want you to do it this way. There's a few things that people have a problem when it comes to technique. Number one, they don't have a good feel for the muscle that they're using. Why? Because they don't know what it feels like to contract the muscle. For the most part, if you're training back means you can flare your lats. Doing this is activating my lats. If I can do this while training, my back is gonna be on the entire time. I want you to learn how to engage the muscle and then load the engaged muscle. Rewind, simple. I want you to learn to flex and activate the muscle and then put weight onto the flexed and activated muscle. I don't want you to rely on the weight of the exercise for you to feel the muscle, because that's why sometimes you don't feel it, because if you don't go the full range, and say we go here and we're just relying on a stretch here and we're gonna let the weight pull us into a stretch, which is great, and then pull down, it doesn't mean we feel the lats. We could be getting exhausted at the very end, there could be blood in the muscle, but it doesn't really mean that I'm actually engaging the lats and doing it. So how we're gonna do that is this. We'll grab our handle. Want to get a nice meaty part of our hand from here. Then we're gonna take our hands, we're gonna wrap them right there underneath. My wrist is gonna stay over the bar. I don't want it like this because guess what? I already feel on my triceps again. We're gonna keep it up like this. We're gonna have our fist, wrists, and elbows looking on the same plane, stacked in the joints. I'm gonna walk back a bit and hinge slightly from here. Right now I have a great stretch on my lats. I'm engaged, my core is engaged, my lats are engaged, my elbows are to the side, and when I pull my elbows to the side, look what happens to my lats. They open right up from here. Now, I'm gonna fall into a little more because I wanna get that absolutely amazing stretch, because right here, oh, this is a really good stretch. If you just wanna like stretch your back out, do this, it's really good. So you're gonna go from here, stretching, and you're gonna push the weight down to the floor and back. You're gonna try and bend this over your back. Now, I'm gonna feel my triceps a bit. My lats are activated all the way through, right into the very bottom. Then we open up, and we press down, squeeze, and open up. And we press down and squeeze. I want you to squeeze on both sides. Stretch from here, squeeze down here. Stretch from here, squeeze down here. Stretch to here, and squeeze down here. Now at the end of my set, I am feeling my triceps, but the majority of that is going into my lats. I'm not gonna have a choice whether I feel my triceps or not. Again, it's going to assist with the movement. But I wanna make sure that assist is minimal and not the entire set. So again, going back to the beginning, the way you can avoid that is making sure the elbows are pointed out. Bang the bar slightly like this. We don't wanna overdo it, so we don't wanna have these fully internally rotated and causing impingements in our shoulder this way. You just wanna do it enough that elbows are pointing to the side, like that. Start off a little bit by just kind of sitting here at the top and just pressing down like this. Just trying to lowering it and pushing it down. Start off just trying to do this. Just feeling it this way. And then go lower and lower. And once you're comfortable from there, now we can sit back a little further, and now we can go all the way. And that's how we can avoid early fatigue in the triceps and keep the set long and strictly onto our lats until we need, again, a little boost. Give that a try. Remember, these things are gonna take time. Just practice it over and over and over again. The only way to get better at anything is by repetitions. Getting good habits and repeating it over and over and over again so you have a better overall muscle-mind connection so we can load the engaged muscle, not rely on the weight to make the muscle engage. I hope that clears things up. I hope it did. And I have no problem doing another video on straight-arm pull-downs. But hopefully this will be the last one. Either way, I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you did, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share. You know the comment that tell like it is, transparent, vulnerable truth. And for coaching, JONNI.com. If you want to know more about my coaching, book yourself a 1-hour video consult with myself. We talk about training, nutrition, supplementation, or mental health. Whatever you want to chat about. At the end of that consult, I deducted $100 off any package that you pick. And guys, hit the description below for those discount codes and promo codes that will save your life or change your life for the better. And guys, I'm on Instagram and TikTok. Send your progress pics, your training pics, and your video clips, and I'll repost it for you. Because you know how it is. Iron sharpens iron. Progressive overload your life. In the meantime, keep dream chasing. Peace.